Good afternoon, Sir Gerard, and to everyone else who are watching this video. Today I'll be discussing one of the features present in my group's research paper, which is the research design, local, and participants. And so to begin, we have the first guide question, and to answer the first guide question, our study is a quantitative research, and the nature of it being a quantitative research is beneficial in answering our research questions because our questions are asking for the differences in various elements present in the compositions of our compost. And because these questions are asking for the differences in the various elements and characteristics of the compost in our research, using numerical data enables us to exactly pinpoint those differences from each other because they're absolute values. This is why quantitative research is used in our study because it gathers data expressed in an amount or range of numerical values that show us which compost is performing better than the other in each characteristic and category. So, for the second guide question, to answer the second guide question, our research design is post-test only because in our research we are studying the comparison of the characteristics between the two composts in our experiment. And we explain this in other parts of our research paper, but the compost that we are studying and evaluating is only made after our composting organisms have decomposed the materials, meaning to say we can only gather data due to the nature of the topic and the research that we are handling. We are only gathering we can only gather data once the intervention is done, which are the composting organisms decomposing the materials in in each bin that we set up in our experiment. And so this is why we pick posters only. This is why we pick this is why we pick posters only because this design is suited for this specific situation or scenario in which data is only gathered once the intervention is done in the experiment. Not only that, but in our setup, everything is handled and maintained the same way, and they all contain the same materials, which eliminates the need for a pretest. And for the last guide question, to answer the last guide question, our experimentation setup uses two bins to not only store the materials, but to also give the combusting organisms a space to decompose said materials. One bin is for the African night crawlers to create vermicompost, and one bin is for the flame-like millipedes to create millicompost. And each bin have the same quantity of materials, which are 0.20 liters of sawdust, 0.80 liters of rice hulls, 1.5 liters of cocoa peat, 3.4 liters of acacia leaves, 3.4 liters of Indian almond leaves, 1.1 fresh banana leaves, or sorry, 1.1 liters of fresh banana leaves, and 2 liters of cow manure. We put a fabric cover over each bin to not only prevent the organisms to escape during the experiment, but to also help provide breathability for the organisms to keep them alive and well. There were no human participants involved in this experiment, and everything was conducted in a home space and not outside. We decided to use this setup because it's easy to maintain and handle, and the experimentation setup was enough for our needs in the research paper since we are only dealing with small organisms and the like that don't require a lot of space. This is coupled with the fact that this setup can be easily done at home and by one person only, which eliminates the need for additional personnel or the need to go outside, and this helps keep the members safe from the COVID-19 virus, as this eliminates external contact or exposure from or exposure to the virus. And so that is our research design, local participants in our research paper. And thank you for watching this video and for listening. And I hope that this was informative. Yeah, thank you for watching the video.